About 16 years ago, when my husband and I had just started trying to dig out of debt, a colleague said something that has stayed with me ever since. He said, "You guys are so lucky." And I remember thinking, lucky? Because at the time, I did not feel lucky at all. Before I go any further, I want to say something very clearly. I absolutely recognize that I carry immense privilege. I am white, educated, English-speaking, and American. Those things absolutely create opportunities that many people don't have, and I try and steward that reality very seriously. But privilege and luck are not the same thing. And the stability that we've built over the last 20 years did not happen because we got lucky. It happened because of thousands of decisions most people will never see. One of the biggest tools that helped us do that is the budgeting system that I've used for years. It's the exact spreadsheet that helped us pay off $116,000 worth of student loan debt, handle unpredictable seasons, and make big life decisions without constantly feeling stressed about money. If you want that spreadsheet, it's linked in the description below. I'll talk more about it later. In my last video, I talk about why budgeting alone won't fix money stress. In this video, I'm going to talk about how it's not luck either. When my husband and I got married in 2009, we were staring at about $116,000 worth of student loan debt. Not theoretical debt, real monthly payments, interest. And we knew we wanted to build a financially stable life. Not a flashy life, not a perfect life, just a life where we had options. So we started doing something simple. We began budgeting every single dollar every month. Over the years, people have sometimes looked at where we are now and said things like, "You're so lucky that you could fill in the blank. Take a salary cut, afford the move, buy a car with cash, pay off debt." But we didn't do any of that because of luck. We did it because we budgeted every dollar, every month for years. We didn't pay cash for my husband's second master's degree because of luck. We planned for it, saved for it, and we made trade-offs for it. And honestly, some of the seasons in our story were the opposite of lucky. 2 weeks after moving, my husband fell off a 2-story ladder and shattered his knee. The same day I started demoing our kitchen. The same day I paid for all of the renovation supplies. Multiple surgeries followed, and that year rewrote everything. This was the same house that we couldn't sell. We got bad advice from our first real estate agent, and we didn't sell it for 2 years. So no, the story of our financial life is not a story of luck. People were seeing when they said, "You're lucky," was the result. They were seeing the outcome. They were comparing their beginning to our middle. We all have to start somewhere. When people compare, they rarely see the work behind the scenes. They don't see the spreadsheets. They don't see the evenings sitting at the kitchen table trying to figure out how to make the numbers work. They don't see the trade-offs or the months where nothing felt comfortable financially, but we stayed the course anyway. And I think the reason that comment has stuck with me for so long is because it reveals something that I see a lot. People look at someone else's life and they assume they got lucky. They compare their beginning to someone else's middle. They see stability. They see calm. They see someone who doesn't seem stressed about money. And they assume that person must have just gotten lucky. But what they're seeing is the result of years of consistency, years of small decisions most people never notice, years of paying attention, years of decisions that align with the life they actually want. And honestly, that's really hopeful because that means you don't have to wait for luck to strike. You don't have to be the person that gets the perfect opportunity at the perfect time. Difficult things will happen to everyone. They have certainly happened to us. What matters is whether your life has enough structure and margin to absorb those seasons. For us, the thing that created that structure was deciding once how we handle our money. We decided once what our priorities were. We decided once that our spending would align with the life we wanted to build. And then we built systems to help us follow through on those decisions month after month. Not in perfect months, in real life, in messy months, in unexpected months, in months where life doesn't cooperate. Some months felt like we were dragging, not making any progress. Something unexpected would come up and we'd have to shift our focus. But we always came back to our priorities and we never went backward. Some months were just slow. Some months we didn't move at all, but every tiny step was helping us build momentum forward. That's the exact reason why I'm sharing my budgeting spreadsheet with you. It's the framework that I've used for years to make decisions about our money in our real life, not in theory. If you want that spreadsheet, it's linked below. It's called The Money Decisions That Create Options, and it's the system that helped us pay off debt and navigated seasons of life that were completely unpredictable. For me, money has never been about being perfect, and it's definitely not about being lucky. It's about creating enough stability that when life gets hard, and it will, you still have options. If this video resonated with you, the next one I'd recommend is why budgeting alone won't fix money stress. In that video, I talk about why budgeting itself doesn't actually solve the deeper problem most people are experiencing with money. You can click that video right here. And if you want more conversations about building a stable life and making money decisions to help you create options in your life, you can subscribe to my channel right here. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.